Bitch, y'all hoes sleeping. I hope you ain't. But if you is, wake the fuck up, okay? Because we got some shit that we need to talk about on today, girl. Girl, first, let me start off by saying this. I have a 45-minute video over on Thick Chick TV that I recorded yesterday. We talked about a whole bunch of different things. We talked about Jay-Z and Beyonce allegedly bailing out protesters in Baltimore, or peaceful protesters that are part of the Black Lives Matter movement. Also, we talked about Beyonce and Nicki Minaj's new video on Tidal, I'm feeling myself. We talked about that biker gang situation over there in Waco, Texas, girl. We talked about that. We talked about bullying. We talked about that mother that quote-unquote embarrassed her 13-year-old daughter on Facebook. We talked about that. I got to get these little flyaways out of my face, girl. We also talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about that Waco, the biker gang shootout situation in Waco, Texas. We talked about that as well, girl. We talked about a whole lot of shit over there. Y'all know I'm long-winded. We also, you know, went on a couple rabbit holes around that motherfucker too. So y'all head on over to Thick Chick TV and check out that video. It's bullshit. All right. Also, girl, I have a couple of wig reviews that I will be doing. Not nothing nobody sent me. It wasn't no sponsor shit. Even if it was sponsored, bitch, I will gladly tell you that it was sponsored. But some shit that I bought with my own money that I will be doing on my thrifting channel. If y'all are interested in seeing that shit. But anyway, let's move on swiftly and professionally. Girl, okay. I don't know how long, well, some of you guys are just now starting to follow me, so you haven't seen this video. You don't even know what the fuck I'm about to be talking about, but I'm going to tell you anyway, okay? Back in 2011, 12, something like that, 2011, 2012, I was living in these apartments to where I had a nosy-ass racist neighbor. I made a video about it and everything. The video has since been put on private, but I did make a video about the whole situation a while back. Now, I know a couple of you guys that have been rocking with me for a long time know exactly what I'm talking about. I know my girl, Miss New Life 808, she may know, and a couple of other people may know exactly what I'm talking about because they have been on my channel for a long time, almost since the beginning. So they may know what I'm talking about as far as the nosy racist neighbor and the video that I made and all that stuff. But when I was living over there in that apartment, there was a whole lot of shit that went on. Let me give y'all a little bit of backstory about the nosy ass racist neighbor, just in case somebody probably want to know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got people just want to know a little, you know, a few things. This goddamn sun is brutal out this bitch, okay? All up in my nose and shit, girl. All up in my motherfucking nose. But let me give y'all a little bit of backstory about the nosy ass racist neighbor. I was living in these apartments to where it was only like 8 apartments in the whole little section. It was a private landlord. And she owned a couple of apartments, and it was 8 of them. And it was 4 in this building and 4 in that building. That was all the apartments that were there. Everything surrounding it was houses. So the way we had our I'm telling y'all this story because it's going to mean something in a minute. The way the apartments were set up, since it was such a small little community, we had our own little private trash cans and all that stuff. Not the actual big trash cans like people have in the apartment complexes where you go and dump yourself in there, and the big garbage man comes and he pulls the whole big garbage can. It wasn't like that. We had like those individual garbage cans. And the racist ass neighbor, she used to do all kind of shit. It was only 2 black people that stayed over there, and she stayed calling the landlord, talking about, because we weren't technically supposed to have anybody spending the night and different things like that. And the thing is, bitch, you don't own the highway. You don't own the road right there. And people used to park on the side of the road right next to the trash cans and shit like that. And the lady used to complain, do all kind of fucking complaining, girl. Just all kinds of bullshit that was going on around that piece. But needless to say, I said all this to say this. One day, the trash man used to come pick up trash, I think on Wednesday, Thursday. I don't exactly remember because it's been a couple of years, girl. But he used to pick up the trash on Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And I used to hear the you know, because the way the neighborhood was set up, you can hear that big ass garbage man, the big ass garbage truck going through the neighborhood, you know, start going and stopping because it used to screech so damn bad. And this particular day I was like, damn, I gotta go hurry up and take out my trash before this man comes. So I had to go in the kitchen, get my trash, and I also had some, you know, some stuff. I wanted to clean out my car a little bit and put that in the trash can too before the man came. So I got my garbage out of my house and I put it in my trash can, and I started cleaning out my car so I can put that trash in the trash can as well. Now, when I went outside and I put my house trash in the trash can, I started cleaning out my car. I noticed the trash man, he pulled up before I got a chance to get all the trash out of my car. So I was like, okay, I'll just put this in the house. Now, when the trash man pulled up in the trash truck, he proceeds, he gets out and he, you know, gets the trash or whatever, and he's like, oh, he's like, you got some more to put in here? I was like, yeah. So I went ahead and handed him the trash that was out of my car. And he told the guy that was driving the truck, this was the dude who jumped off the back, you know, the ones who jump out the back of the trucks or whatever. He wasn't the actual person driving. He just the, you know, person who gets the trash and throw it in the trash can. He told the guy driving, just, you know, go on ahead and he'll, you know, walk behind him or whatever. I'm thinking to myself, okay. Now, he's over there trying to spit a little game or whatever, asking me all kind of questions about, you know, he was trying to make small talk. Because he was asking me stuff like, you know, how much is the rent over there? Are the apartments big on the inside? You know, all kind of questions like that. Then he proceeds, y'all know, it come with that next line, are you married? So, you know, he looks a little creepy to me. So I was like, yeah, I'm married. I wasn't married at the time. I was like, I ain't married now. But nigga, I was like, no, I'm not married. And he was like, okay, you know, like that. And he was like, okay, well, you enjoy your day, Miss Lady. I was like, you too, you know, going on about your motherfucking business. Not being rude. I was being very, very polite and respectful. I wasn't being nasty or rude, or, you know, like some people have these little snotty, stuck-up attitudes. That wasn't me. So about, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 days later, I go outside. I think I had made a video that day because Bath and Body Works was having a sale, and I had made a video because I had took you guys with me to Bath and Body Works to show y'all all the, you know, the shit that they had on sale and stuff. And this was the day that happened. I came outside to head to Bath and Body Works, and there was a note on my car. So at first I was scared to open the motherfucker because shit, I was like, bitch, that was during the time that all that motherfucking anthrax and shit was going around, bitch. I was like, this might be some motherfucking anthrax, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open this motherfucking note. The fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open this shit. So for a minute, I had the shit and it was sitting on my goddamn seat. I was scared to open it. Like I said, motherfucker, I didn't know if it was some anthrax or what in the motherfucker. So I guess I built up enough nerve, because I eventually opened it. I guess I built up enough nerve to open the motherfucker. When I opened it, it was like, I think you a nice looking young lady. I've been watching you around through the neighborhood. I just wanted to know if I can get to know you. I really don't have that many friends. And I'm just looking for somebody to get to know. I'm quiet. I keep to myself. All this type of shit, right? So I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck done left? I mean, family. And I'm paraphrasing right now. It was a long ass, stupid ass man. This nigga was pulling over in my goddamn lane, y'all. Are you for real? Girl. Bitch. But, Lord, I forgot what I was motherfucking about to say. But, what the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, but it was this long, drawn-out fucking letter about him telling me how he ain't got that many friends, and he, new to the neighborhood, and he just wants somebody to get to know, all this type of shit. So, I'm like, who the fuck left this shit on my car? Because at the time, I wasn't thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought it was creepy as hell. Left the phone number and everything, their name and everything. So I'm like, Lord have mercy, who the hell left their shit on my car like this? So I ignored it. I went on about my business. I'm like, okay, I don't know who the fuck left this shit on my car, but, you know, I'm going on about my day. I ain't gonna think nothing else of it. All right. Literally, about, I don't know, probably a week or so later, maybe a little over a week later, I get a knock on my door. I'm like, okay, who the fuck is this knocking on my door? And I remembered I had ordered, that's when I first got my Galaxy S4, I had ordered my phone. I was like, okay, this might be UPS. So I heard my neighbors and stuff talking downstairs. They were real loud and shit, talking out loud and shit. So everybody was outside. So, I looked at the little peephole, but it was kind of dark. The way the apartment was set up, you had to walk up some stairs, and it was kind of dark when you looked at that peephole, so you couldn't really see. And I looked at it, I couldn't see anything, so I just opened the door because I wasn't necessarily scared, because like I said, I thought it was a UPS man, or, you know, I wasn't really scared because, like I said, the neighbors were literally standing at the bottom of the steps. I opened the door, and it's this garbage motherfucker. It's the dude from the garbage truck. And he's like, I just came over to see if I can get the landlord number so I can call her and see about getting an apartment over here. I'm like, number one, nigga, why the fuck is you knocking on my door? How the fuck did you know where I live? Number one. How the fuck did you know which one of these apartments that I lived in? You never saw me go into my apartment. Every time I seen this dude, I was outside. You never saw which apartment that I lived in, so I thought. So you mean to tell me that you've been motherfucking watching me? For real, that you knew which apartment that I lived in, that you actually knocked on had the nerve to knock on my door, nigga. You don't know who the fuck I had up in my shit. What if I was living with a nigga at the time and you'd have got your motherfucking ass cap? You know what I'm saying? Doing some old disrespect, creep ass shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even the creepier part. But hold on, let me tell you about that little situation right there. I told him, I said, that's the first and foremost, I was talking about that lady that was standing downstairs. I said, that's the landlord down there. I said, you go and ask her any question that you got to ask her. I said, but I would appreciate if you never, ever knock on my door again. I do not appreciate you coming and knocking on my door, number one, unannounced and unwelcome. Because number one, that's creepy as hell. How the fuck did you know where I stay? So I laid into his ass then. You know, I was being nice and respectful and shit like that the first time, but the shit got creepy when he came and knocked on my motherfucking door. Okay, on a motherfucking now, nigga, I don't even know you, and you coming and knocking on my door talking about you just want the landlord phone number so you can call her about getting a motherfucking apartment out there. Bitch, don't ever do no shit like that. That shit ain't cute. That shit ain't none of that. Don't do that shit because it's not cute. Okay. So the even creepier part, family, I was going somewhere one day and I was driving and I saw this nigga stand, literally, family, about 4 houses down. Like I told you guys, it was 8 apartments. Everything around it was houses. It was only 4 of those little apartments. Everything else around it was houses because it was like a little neighborhood, but she had some apartments sitting in the middle of the neighborhood. This nigga was standing outside of one of those houses down the street. I'm thinking that he lived there. I hope that he lived there, okay? That was the even more creepier part because I didn't see him not just one time. I seen him several times standing outside of this house. Like about 4 or 5 houses down from where I stayed. Okay. So I'm like, damn, so you mean to tell me this is some even more creepier shit? The nigga not only is damn low-key stalking me, but the motherfucker live damn near next door. You know what I'm saying? Creepy as hell. So, of course, for a while, I was scared to even go outside at night. Because, I mean, I didn't know what the fuck this man was capable of or anything. He was low-key creepy as fuck to me. Especially when you get to the point where you come and knocking on people's door and you don't know who the fuck they got up in there, nigga. You don't know. And plus, I told you I was married and you came and knocked on my door anyway. I told you I was married and you came and knocked on my door and asked me, talking about what the landlord number. What if I was really married? And my man was in there some shit and put a bullet in your motherfucking ass for being disrespectful. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. But I said all that to say this. Yesterday, this is why I made this video. Yesterday, I was headed home. I had to go and make a run last night. And I saw this motherfucking dude walking down the road from where I live. Now, he wasn't coming into my apartment complex. He don't know my car now. Because at the time, I had a different car. Now I got a new car. But he was walking down the road. Now, I don't know if you guys remember in one of my previous videos, I told you guys how there is another apartment complex behind ours. It's like a bigger apartment complex, like a newer apartment complex. He was walking down the road towards that apartment. He didn't look towards my car or anything, but it was in the middle of the night. He was walking down that road towards the apartment. So I'm assuming he probably knows somebody back there, or he's stalking somebody back there or whatever. Bitch, I was on high alert last night. I was looking all out my motherfucking window, going checking my doors, make sure they was motherfucking locked, because I didn't know if that motherfucker hadn't found me or some shit, you know what I'm saying, and was trying to be extra, even more creepy, because if that nigga, if I'd have seen his motherfucking ass around the little section where I live, I was gonna be calling the motherfucking cops. Best believe that, but apparently he just knows somebody to sit back there in them other apartments behind us, because that's the way he was walking. Bitch, this shit brought up all kind of creepy ass memories, bitch. Ooh, Lord, y'all just be aware of your motherfucking surroundings, girl. Be aware of your surroundings. That was the creepiest shit that ever happened to me. Nigga, you gonna come knock on my motherfucking door. You don't know who I got in my shit. Talking about you want the landlord number so you can call him and see about getting an apartment. Bitch, don't you ever in your motherfucking life do no shit like that ever again. Because, bitch, the next time you do it to whoever you do it to, you might find your ass getting capped. For real. Y'all go and check out Thick Chick TV.